The Moon Sliver. My name is Mo. I mean, already, what an entrance. I don't know what we're about to walk in. Ooh, music's picking up. Is this a button I should, oh, it is. I thought that was just the title. I was like waiting on like something to happen. I'm into the music already. It's already setting the mood. This game comes to you from the creator of Iron Lung, which we've played. Check that video out. A game by David Szymanski. Click the title to begin. The Moon Sliver is intended to be completed in a single sitting, and there is no save system. It is suggested you set aside an hour to complete it. Well, lucky for me, I have just that hour. Let's play The Moon Sliver. Hello? Water? Flashlight. I do have a oh, nothing. Oh, dude, I don't know what this will look like when it comes out on video, but on my monitor, it just looked like I was looking into like a dark stream or something. I'm straight up just in a room. I'm just in a spooky, not brick, but like stone room. Hello? Conserve your flashlight battery, recharge it at power outlets, explore freely, piece the story together. When night falls, enter the mountain. Abel loved Isa, and he loved Daniel and Ellie. But when his mind wasn't turned toward their well-being, it was filled with thoughts of bleak hopelessness. Sometimes he would rifle through the barrel. The promise of undiscovered trinkets raised his spirits, if only temporarily. I guess I should have read that with the light off to conserve, perhaps. I got a wrench. I do not have a wrench. I cannot pick it up. Interact is just left click, so I guess that is the thing I cannot do. Ellie was a sullen and beautiful girl, the youngest of all of them, with a mind unfit for lofty thoughts. She had once come in here to see if there was any old firewood. Otherwise, she stayed in her cluttered house where it was warm and familiar. Who are we? Are we Ellie? I am in here looking for possibly firewood. Isa was the oldest, and if not the wisest, certainly the most learned. She remembered when Josiah still lived, and she would sit on this crate and listen to his stories. Those memories, like so many others, were bittersweet. Okay. Isa, Ellie. Daniel was a quiet man who spent his life lost in the books of old or lost in his own thoughts. He wondered where the barrels had come from and who had put them here. I think we're squatters. Oh, door. I'm out in the... Oh, I don't need a flashlight for this. Yesterday, 4 people lived on this island. Now only 1 remains. Oh, I see. I guess that 1 is me. Hey, wait, 4 people used to, now only 1? Hang on. Wait, how many Abel loved Isa, and he loved Daniel, and he loved Ellie. I think we're Abel, and we're remembering Isa, Daniel, and Ellie. I think we're Abel. That seems to check out, right? We were one of the 4. There's like an island out there I kind of want to walk to. Can I? No, I cannot go. I cannot venture out into the water, which is perhaps for the best. I see some power poles, maybe a distant building. I see a much closer building over here, possibly a town. Let's crest this beach a little bit. Yeah, town is a strong word. These buildings have been blown out. What happened here exactly? They've crumbled into rubble. Let's explore this one. This one's already right in front of me. Is there anything around the sides I should be? It said explore freely. The windows are stoned. They're not really bricks, but the windows are stoned up. Hello? Oh, that's my outlet. What a strange place for an outlet. Zip, 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 zip. All right. What a strange place for an outlet. Outside. It's an outside outlet. Well, I cannot get in there, it would seem. It seems that door is locked. I cannot break down the locked door. Maybe if I had that wrench, I could beat on the door. Maybe I need a crowbar. They reached the ruins and strolled leisurely through them toward the shoreline. Isa could remember when the old building still stood here, filled with families. Isa might be perhaps the eldest of the bunch. I'm sorry, he said, and he cried because he often cried during these talks. For what? She said. For a lot of things. Okay. Are we Ooh, did I see something in the distance? Yeah, there's like a rock out there. What is this? A strange acidic smell emanated from the pipe. I feel like as I'm close, I feel like as I get close to it, the world kind of blues out when I look at it. Is that the acidic smell? Does it tinker with my vision? Oh, I can go inside this one. This one's open. Oh, oh. My eyes are adjusting to the darkness. Issa kept a smile on her face, although she did not feel like smiling. It's kind of creepy. There's another flashlight here. We got barrels. This one's got more stuff to rummage through. She sat down beside the flashlight. What about Ellie? Has Ellie mentioned anything to you? She said. She didn't take it either, he said. Nor did I. And nor did Abel, she said. And yet, it's gone. Or maybe we're not Abel. Maybe? Or maybe we are. But someone took something. Daniel, you're the last one I gave the key to, said Issa. Daniel stared at the mysterious control panels. He didn't meet her eyes. He never met anyone's eyes. I didn't take it, he said. Why would I take it? I'm the one that told you it was missing. All right. So a possible accusation that Daniel took the key? Key to what? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what this is a control panel to either. I can't seem to interact with it further. The rusted junk cast shadows on the opposite wall. How do you know Abel didn't take it? He said. Because I trust him, she said. He's a dismal man, but he would never hurt any of us. Do you trust Ellie? Daniel didn't answer immediately. I trust all of you, he said, because that's how we have to live. That doesn't really feel convincing. That doesn't really feel convincing. I trust you because I must. I'll zip up some more power. What does the control panel do? I mean, probably nothing anymore. I can't imagine this building being hooked up to anything. There's no actual power lines connecting the power poles. Let it be known. I'm saying that she knows more than she's telling us, said Ellie. What, Issa? It sounds like y'all all have your own secrets. It sounds like you all do. Hammer? Is it hammer time? Picked up my hammer and saw. Barrels. She keeps the chapel locked, and she's the only one with a key, said Ellie, leaning on the barrels and folding her arms. So you're saying she took it, he said. My problem is that she's a liar, said Ellie angrily, fiddling with the knobs on the machine as she paced around, and that I have to keep explaining this to you over and over again. You don't know her like I know her. Exactly. You're not an impartial judge, he said. Dude, there's like 4 people left in the universe, and they're bickering over each other. Knife! Knife? I mean, it's not bloody. That's a good sign. What is your problem with Issa? Daniel said, putting his book down. He was annoyed at being interrupted here. Was he reading in here? It's dark in here. There's not even a light to be seen. Like, not even like in the ceiling. All right. Go figure, the girls are fighting again. Okay, what's this all about? Hello? Are you another acidic smelling pipe? Perhaps? The mysterious liquid had drained from the tank and into the water long ago. Well, that doesn't seem, that doesn't seem good. Well, I mean, if it happened, I forgot that I can jump. I can jump. What water? How do you know mysterious liquid? There's no, like, opening in it as far as I can tell. We've got 3 trees for 3 missing people, maybe? These skeletons were all that remained. This place was a forest once. Issa could remember the glorious living trees, barely. A damp tangle of trees and foliage, free to run wild and unkempt. Unseen, unheard, uncontrolled. It says Issa can remember. Am I Issa? Who am I? All the text is in the 3rd person. Who am I? Where am I? I can walk around this. Should I? No. Okay. Never mind. Can't go any further. But like, if I'm one of the 4 and not a mysterious 5th person that showed up after the 4 are gone, then the fact that I'm walking around and there's 3 trees here is kind of like symbolic in a way. It feels very much like 3 graves where new life maybe sprouted, or maybe 3 death because they're like 3 dying or dead trees. It feels symbolic. It might not be. It just feels like it could be. That seems promising. What is this debris though? There were no spider webs on the skeletal remains. The last of the spiders died years ago. The night was wild and cold. Oh, I think I can go down this. Oh, I could if it weren't for the fact that it's locked. The monstrous tracks leading from the hatch were brand new, but the wind quickly erased them. There's brand new tracks? When you say monstrous, is it gonna be like me? Like I'm the monster? Like that's where I've been hiding out, is down there? That's why everyone died. Is maybe some kind of storm came by and we locked ourselves in the bunker and now everyone's dead but us, so I'm the monster because I killed everybody. I'm really guessing quite wildly here. Come back when night falls. Oh, okay. I'm guessing, even though I haven't been able to open any of the locked doors, I'm guessing I am gonna secretly be the person who stole the key, perhaps. It does seem like, see, those look like ruins of buildings out in the water. It seems like maybe this place is flooded at some point. Is this ash? Smoke? Smoke, ash? I wanna go up there for sure. There's smoke coming up from this one. There's a lit fireplace? Hello? Hello? Oh wait, something? Hang on, flashlight. Oh, key! Sick. Kind of hard to see. Here we go. I remember when the moon still shined, when each night was bathed in warm silver, and the shadows were mysterious and friendly, and the island was a place of joy. That was many years ago. Since it disappeared, this place has become cold and stark, plagued by an inexplicable sense of loss and despondency. Daniel and Ellie were young. Daniel and Ellie are young. They do not feel it. They don't remember what the world used to be like. But Abel and I do. We have to be well, whoever wrote this is Issa. And we are both filled with longing for intangible joys that it can no longer provide, for friends that do not exist, for feelings that cannot be reasonably felt. When I was younger, I smiled because I felt like smiling. Now, that smile is a disguise. There's another letter over here. I believe the word of Hector and the religious teachings that were passed on to me. Maybe the moon is still out there, hidden behind some cloud of darkness, and maybe the ones who went before us are waiting there. There's no way to know. We have to wait for death to find out. And truth be told, I am ready. I am ready for the beginning of a new adventure. Okay. Can I get this text to, there we go. Oh, it pops back up as I get close. It's very strange. I think we might be Issa, because these are notes and there's a fireplace lit, and we've got to be the only person lighting fires at this point, right? There's another key though. I've picked up 2 keys. We've encountered a few locked doors. There's a bedroll here for us. She took the knife from the shelf. The blade was dull and rusty, but it was still pointed. She was not smiling. Did I take a knife? Was there a knife here? Did I? Are we gonna kill ourselves because we're ready for death? That doesn't bode well for me. Oh my God. This seems like a horrible waste of candles. They could make more candles. They couldn't make more wood. So Abel burned candles. All right, so this, okay, so yeah, okay. I think regardless of who we are, we were just in Issa's abode, and now we must be in Abel's. Because we couldn't make more wood. There is an evil man on this island, and I know him well. We played together as youths. We have cried together. We have eaten together. We have loved the same women, betrayed the same women. He is my constant companion and my worst enemy. He puppets my arms, legs, and mouth to his own selfish ends, and secretly hurts everyone I love as I watch, helpless, with their unshed, unfelt blood on my hands. He gifts my flesh with indescribable pleasures and blights my soul with unutterable despair. His name is sin, and we are irrevocably bound together. Surely there exists no hell worse than this. Interesting. Abel, what secrets do, I mean, there is the story of Cain and Abel, of course. So this might be related to that. And we've had a mentioning of Hector before as well. So if you're familiar with perhaps Christian ideology and iconography and symbolism and etc., then you might be able to glean a lot more from this. And that's probably intent. I'm trying to get this text off my screen. I hate that. Go away. I can't see. Go away. Abel read to escape. Daniel read to feed his lofty, strange thoughts. Issa read to pass the time, but Ellie? As far as Abel knew, she hadn't opened a book in years. What did she do all day? He didn't know. Sometimes he worried about her. He worried about all of them. Were they melancholy as he was? Abel, I think there's more to you than melancholy. The way you wrote that letter about the evil man that lives, I assume, inside you. I don't think it's a mysterious fifth man on the island, and I don't think he's talking about Daniel. I'm worried that Abel has some murderous thoughts, or at least some unholy thoughts. Hello? Oh, key. He watched Ellie put her clothes back on, his eyes unfocused, not really seeing her. She didn't say anything. Her lips were pursed in that eternal, ignorant scowl. He got up from the bed and opened his box. He used to believe that one day he could plant the last few seeds and they would be able to grow food again. But now he knew that the ground was poison. Issa had given the seeds to him for safekeeping. Issa loved him. Issa trusted him. His eyes filled with tears, but he didn't let Ellie see. "I'm supposed to meet Issa for a walk," he said. She didn't answer. She just left. That's so cold. So it seems to me that Issa and Abel were together, probably, and they're like having this little affair, like Abel's having this affair with Ellie, but Ellie doesn't seem to particularly be pleased by it. I hope she wasn't forced into it. Again, she doesn't seem particularly happy about it. What childlike emptiness I feel to find the most peaceful solace in fantasy, to find in masquerades a truth more vivid than reality. What sort of twisted villains were the ancient writers to taunt us with unreachable worlds more beautiful than our own? We have enough stored food to live long lives. When our wood runs out, we will be cold, but only so cold as to be uncomfortable. The water is rising, but it will be many years before it reaches our homes. Technically, we survive. But to what end? This island is all the world we know, and it is nothing but the broken pieces of a fairy tale. Okay, so the water is rising. So those ruins we saw out in the water, yeah, the water is rising. And the weather is apparently pretty temperate. That is an important detail. They weren't gonna die to the elements necessarily. It does seem windy and dry to me, but it makes it seem like we weren't gonna die to the elements. We weren't gonna die to loss of food. I don't know where we're keeping food. I haven't really seen food. There's another thing over there. I'm gonna go in here first. All right, whose home might this be? Is there a letter that will be a little bit more indicative? What were you and Abel doing at his house yesterday while I was climbing the mountain? He answered, casually flipping through the book on her table. It was covered in dust. That's not an answer, though. That's a question. So it sounds like this could be Daniel's house, and he's talking to Ellie? Because obviously Ellie is who Abel was with, so that would be the most scandalous. I can't quite... Weird. Ellie was laying on the bed. Daniel came in. She scowled at him suspiciously and beautifully. What were you and Issa doing in the old power building? What were you talking about? Okay. So it seems like Daniel and Issa might be having a thing that Ellie is upset about. Maybe that's why Ellie was sleeping with Abel to get back at Issa. Right? Maybe? Because again, like I said, Ellie being with Abel didn't seem like Ellie was pleased. So maybe she did it out of revenge more than out of a lust for Abel, right? There's a lot of talk of sin, by the way, right? and lust would be one of the 7 deadly sins, right? Lust would be one of them, so I don't know if there's a thing to that. I'm really trying here. There's a candle. I'm really trying to understand. Do I have a crouch? I don't think so. I have a jump. Is that all? I can't really... Oh, wait, hello? She glared at him. I'm going to get wood, she spat. Did you think I was too stupid to know? He said. I'm going to get wood. Okay, she glared at him. I'm going to get wood, she spat. Did you think I was too stupid to know? And I'm assuming that this is a typo. I'm assuming it's supposed to be an end quote, he said. So they're mad at each other. Okay, so I think Daniel and Ellie are furious at each other. Out of like probably an infidelity. That's what it seems to me. Okay. And so Ellie must have, I'm assuming Ellie must have approached Abel out of revenge. That seems the most likely scenario so far. We don't really know Abel's, because I could totally see Abel going along with it. He's talking about an evil man living inside his brain, but he also seems to know that, and we don't know if he's given into that evil man or not. There was a talk about blood being possibly on his hands, though, but they were also, I need to go back and read Abel's notes, probably. There's something there that I'm not getting the full, oh my god, this is somehow the scariest room, somehow. Abel often visited Daniel. I think we're in Daniel's home specifically. Abel often visited Daniel. He loved to talk, and Daniel loved to listen. Issa and I were out for a walk, said Abel as he entered. I thought I'd stop by before you got caught up in a book. Daniel put his book down. Hello, he said. His expression confused Abel. Okay. Possibly, Daniel and Issa, well, it was Daniel and Issa, right? Daniel and Issa in the electric building or whatever, in the other building, might have been a misunderstanding, and that might have been the start of all of this. Daniel stared at the pile of wood. He hadn't burned wood for months. Let's talk about Ellie instead. Abel was silent for a moment. What about Ellie? He said. Daniel didn't need to answer. Abel swallowed. All right, let's talk about Ellie. I've been thinking about life, said Abel, sitting down, and death, and uncertainty. Oh, maybe this might have been, okay, so yeah, like Abel came into the room, sat down, talked about death, and then Daniel's like, no, let's talk about Ellie instead. Let's not talk about death and uncertainty, let's talk about Ellie. Daniel took down the dead flashlight and replaced it with a fully charged one, listening to Abel talk and thinking unrelated thoughts. He preferred the sharp illumination of flashlights to the dimness of flame. It's weird. I disagree. I disagree. I don't think that's good at all. Okay. Oh gosh, is it getting late? It's getting late. It's starting to get dark. I don't like that, because my flashlight needs to be charged. I need to run by someplace. Hello, music? Hello, music, my old friend. It's getting dark once the door had rusted shut. It would never open. Huh. You sure about that? There's buttons I can push. Could I have pushed the buttons on the other one? Actually, maybe. Ooh, I didn't even realize. Oh, there's probably some kind of code. Oh no, this one maybe won't open, but the other one maybe could have, and I didn't even know. Hang on, how far can I go? Not very. I want to go up that hill, but actually I'll just do that now. I wanted to see if I could wait out. No, I'm gonna do this. Actually, if I feel like I'm gonna go this way real quick. I can't sprint. Can I get out to these buildings? I doubt it. I just want to see if I can and how far. Nope, not at all. Zero, zilch, no shot. It didn't seem likely that I'd be able to swim down to a door, but I was like, well, maybe there'll be something around the buildings. God help me if I found like a floating body or something. We don't know, if we're one of these 4 people, and I don't know which one we are, we haven't discovered, oh, here we go. There's a power outlet all the way up here, why? It's strange. Can I get up this? No, very strange. If we're one of the 4, we haven't discovered what has happened to the other 3 yet. I feel like they've all murdered each other. Or Abel murdered everybody. Which one was the murder house? The one with the murder note? Was that this one? Yeah, the evil man. We played together as youths. We have cried together, eaten together. We have loved the same women, betrayed the same women. So love and betrayal. This is the infidelity thing, right? Constant companion, worst enemy, puppets my arms, my legs. It's sort of like I'm not in control of my own body. He gifts my flesh with indescribable pleasures. That's probably like the affair. And blights my soul with unutterable despair. That's probably the betrayal. With their unshed, unfelt blood on my hands. Okay, so I don't think there was a murder. Unshed blood. I think that's okay. I think that's like there was no murder, but there is death. I think everyone's dead. Are we able? Which one are? Are there any buttons over here? On this one? I don't remember seeing buttons. There are buttons. The night was wild and cold. Before we try to, it's getting dark, and I know that. Before we try to go in there, though, there was a locked door. Was it this one? No. Yeah? There was a locked door in a building somewhere, and we picked up a couple of keys. Was this the locked building? I swear there was a locked building that we haven't been in yet. Was it this one? It was definitely this one. Oh. This one feels kind of shriny. Okay, book. Daniel was still thinking about his talk with Abel the day before as he absent-mindedly picked the book up. Something caught his eye, or rather, the lack of something. Uh-huh. The Moon Sliver was gone. I don't know what the Moon Sliver is exactly. Do we worship the moon? Was there like a moon pendant? He stared at the empty dais for some time, struggling to comprehend this simple, shocking fact. Had someone moved it? Issa, perhaps. She was the only one with a key to the chapel of infinite light. But Ellie or Abel could have borrowed it from her, as he had done, or taken it. Regardless, he had to tell the others. Right, we have the key. Oh, wait, where did we find the key? Was it in someone's house? Whose house was it? Oh, I already know. I'm already confused about who did what now. Oh, because that could have helped solve the mystery about who had the key and possibly why. Oh world, oh prison, dingy white. Oh ghostly shadow gray, your whelming lies of false delight are dark and cold as moonless night and bleak as sunless day. Oh, I loved that. The word of Hector. Oh, we heard that. Someone said that they believe in the word of Hector or whatever. The word of Hector 1. The Moon Sliver was written by the pure spring rain upon pages of dried leaves and found by noble Hector. The moon spoke to Hector, saying, "Take this, the Moon Sliver, and make for it a place in the chapel of infinite light. For it is a holy document. Man cannot read it, but its every letter is known to the demons of the night and greatly feared. Know that it will protect you, even should my light cease to bathe the night in holy silver. Give it a place of honor and treat it as a prized possession, for it is your weapon against evil." And so Hector took the Moon Sliver and placed it in the chapel of the infinite light upon a silver pedestal. And the night was warm with light, and the day was bright with warmth. Okay, is this an actual mystical sliver? Because there is literal, like, infinite light pouring into this room in a silvery manner. So it's making me wonder, were the days more lively before the sliver was taken? Or stolen, perhaps? Is there anything else on this bookshelf? You know, a key or a code? The word of Hector 4. Again, the moon came to Hector in a dream. The woodland teeth is vanquished, it said. Your people are safe for now, but it still waits, lurking in the depths. It fears the Moon Sliver, and it will not dare appear again while the holy document remains in your possession. But know this. Should the Moon Sliver ever be destroyed, even my divine light will not be able to save you from the wrath of the woodland teeth and the darkness of hell. Keep it safe, keep it ready, and may you live in prosperity on this island that I have given you. Let your prosperity be a sign that the words I speak are true. Oh, or we lost prosperity first and someone angrily disposed of the sliver because, like, it was all a lie. One of the people believed in the word of Hector. That doesn't mean all of them did. Was it Daniel? It was one of them. Another note. The word of Hector too, the woodland teeth, the monster of the forest, was more tenacious than the other demons. It hated the people of Hector and desired to take the island away from them, and it lurked in dark corners and unseen passageways, scheming horrific schemes. It came to pass that Ursula was taken, stalked by the woodland teeth in the dark underground, attacked and dragged down to hell. Then the moon came to Hector in a dream and said, Hector, the time has come. Your great enemy has arrived. You would all do well to tremble, for his power is great and his depravity is unspeakable. Go, take the Moon Sliver from its pedestal and do battle. And so Hector went to the Chapel of Infinite Light and retrieved the Moon Sliver and went into the tunnels. Oh. Okay, so the Moon Sliver has been gone since before the time of Daniel and Issa and Ellie and Abel, I think. Okay, there's another note here. This must be number 3. The word of Hector 3. Most of the text is illegible. Hector descended. Darkness. Terrible whispering, infinite and deep. Did not know how long he wandered. Promises of brutal torture and mutilation waiting. Begone, teeth of the forest, spoke the holy incantations written upon. Returned to the surface. Right, so 1, 2, 3, and this was 4. No, this was 1. This was 4. I read these out of order, which makes it more complicated, but at one point in time, the sliver was brought here and kept here, then taken to the tunnels to vanquish the woodland teeth, and then presumably returned once again, because it sounds like Hector did return from that battle where the woodland teeth was vanquished. But then this whole, like, Daniel was still thinking about his talk, picked up the book, and then realized the sliver was gone. Okay, so the sliver was around. So my first theory about it probably being discarded after, oh God, it's raining and I'm spinning. I'm not spinning, it's windy. Oh God. Well, I thought I picked up possibly an extra key at some point in time, so I was really debating looking for yet another mystery door, but I've kind of lost track of my key situation. And it's getting dark, so yesterday 4 people lived on the island, now only 1 remained. Okay, this is the one that we came from. So there were the 4 houses that seemed where Ellie, Daniel, Issa, and Abel all lived, and then there's that extra house that seems like it's a house. I'm dubious about whether or not there was 4 or if there was 5. I'm a little dubious about that. Am I allowed to enter? Come back when night falls. It feels like it's fallen. It feels like it has. Okay, well that means I can continue looking for that extra door. Oh, this ruin has text. I feel like I missed life, he said. Like it whizzed right by while I wasn't looking, and I'm watching it disappear into the horizon. Stuck in this prison. Oh, come on, she said. Look out at the water. Isn't it beautiful? It's lonely, he said. Lonely and infinite. Unclear on exactly who's talking here, but this feels like it might have been Abel and was it Issa? Or Ellie? Abel and Ellie, I think? Yeah, they reached the ruins and strolled. Yes. We're old, Issa. Yeah, Abel and Issa. We're old, Issa, said Abel. And we're getting older. We've been getting older since we were born, said Issa. She was always smiling. Abel never smiled. Yeah, but we know that Issa's smile was a mask. I didn't get these texts. Is there a text over here too that I missed? I'm sorry, he said, and he cried because he often cried during these talks. For what, she said. For a lot of things. These conversations were not new. Long ago, Issa had learned to love Abel, despite and for his despondency. She hugged him as the wind tossed her long gray hair around. I forget about that too, the more significant age difference between Abel and Issa together, and then Ellie and Daniel. I forget about that So I think they talked around the ruins and then they went along the shoreline. Dude, okay, this is crazy. If you actually take all the text and like mapped out, if you mapped out all the text, you can actually clearly like form like a pattern, like what started, like, you know, the order of events, right? Daniel sat with Ellie under the tree, his arm around her. Right, Daniel and Ellie seemed to be sort of together. Trees and forests, again, there's the woodland teeth. It seems to be significant in some kind of way. What were the order of the hectares that we found? I think we found Hector 1 first. And then we found like Hector like 4, and then like 2 and 3. Is that what it was? Huh. And maybe not all of them need to be down. I don't know if it's an order thing or... Oh! 1, 2, and 3 down, and the 4th one up. I brute forced that. I didn't figure it. I brute forced that. I did. God, that scared me. Actually successfully opening the door scared the crap out of me just now. I don't know how I was supposed to figure that out, but here we are. At least it's an outlet, because it's dark. Oh gosh. Okay, so we can figure out what's in the bunker. I wonder if my other key is what opened that up. Okay, okay. This is scary. Ellie was uneasy. The darkness had never felt this menacing before. It seemed alive, watchful. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Oh no, don't give me more buttons to push. The code was long forgotten. Nobody had been below in many years. Oh. Well, let's try this code again. It's the code that you, okay. Okay. Well, I could try to brute force it again. Let's try nothing. This is, wait, stay down. This is how I did it before, so. My God, I did it. Oh no. Oh no, I don't like being down here. They had to know the truth, and Hector would not tell it. So down here, where nobody would find him, he wrote on scraps of paper. Maybe someday, someone would discover them. Oh my God, I feel like I'm not supposed to be here. What scraps of paper? I don't see any scraps of paper. That tells me someone must have found them, right? Oh my God. Okay, well, I got in here. Bye. Dude, I like how they're like the code was forgotten, so no one's been here in like forever. And meanwhile, I'm like, well, just start pushing buttons then, huh? I don't know how long the flashlight's good for. So we're gonna just do a little recharge real quick. I'm terrified of my flashlight going out. You do, your eyes, when they adjust to the darkness, you can kind of see around a little bit. At least you could on the surface. I don't know if that holds true under here. This seems like a dead end. I'm gonna check it first. Ellie? Daniel's voice echoed around the tunnel. Oh. The tunnel's silence. Okay, well, what's this way? Does he yell Ellie this way too? He does not yell going this way. So is this a dead... I'm doing the gamer thing of I want to go to the dead ends first, obviously, before I progress. Okay, this is a dead end. It's a very gamer instinct to not go the actual way you're supposed to, right? A family of rats lived amid the crates of dried food. They were perhaps the last animals left alive. Okay, so this is where our food stores have been. I was wondering that before. I was wondering where our food was kept. We have these control panels again. Don't know what they do. They probably once upon a time operated the lights and the power and stuff. We should probably not let the rats eat all of our food that we have left. See, like I said, if I turn the flashlight off, you can kind of see, but you can kind of not. You can kind of see where the turn is. I don't know if there's any chance that if I leave my flashlight off for too long, I'll go like crazy, like a sanity meter, something a la Amnesia style. I doubt it, but I don't know. Ellie? She couldn't explain the feeling. It was as though something was lurking around every corner, staying out of sight, staying ahead of her. I don't like that. If this whole thing leads up to one giant massive jump scare, I'm gonna be so mad. Daniel heard soft scratching footsteps behind him. He turned and shined his flashlight around the tunnel. Nothing. Well, I think he was being followed in here, because I saw before the Daniel one, there was a she one. Okay, perfect. Okay, charge. Checkpoint. God, okay, so none of these things seem clickable. All right. What about this way? This one seems to double back, but that doesn't mean it's not forward. He called again. Ellie, still no answer, but he heard the footsteps again. Well, what if I go the other way? Hold on, hold that thought. So Daniel and Ellie, presumably, were down here. Now, I wonder if Ellie was dead down here and Issa, like, murdered her out of, like, revenge or whatever, and then Issa was stalking Daniel. Are we Issa, maybe? And we killed everybody? Abel's the one that has the evil man living inside him, but that somehow makes him seem like more likely to be innocent of any evil and wrongdoing because he's at least aware of his evils. You know what I'm saying? There are people that live with evil in them and they deny that evil and pretend that they couldn't possibly have any. And those are the scariest people. The people that truly believe they're not capable of evil are the ones that are most capable of doing the worst evil. She never felt like this before. She knew these tunnels well. She had been down here hundreds of times, yet she was lost. Lost, confused, and afraid. See, this says she, so this isn't Daniel calling out for Ellie, this is someone else. It's either Ellie, which I think it is, or it's Issa. I think Ellie came down here and got lost, Daniel came down here looking for her. She never felt like this before. She knew these tunnels well. Okay, same thing. What the frick? Oh, it's a chair. The chair from behind seemed strange. No additional clues. I mean, we're getting additional information in general, which I'm really appreciating. What a cool, it's a lot of walking. I get that. It's a lot of walking, but what a cool story that this game is slowly drip feeding me. I'm invested. It's a simple story about the last remaining moments of 4 people, it seems. Ellie. I hate how often it splits. I should have gone left. Left is always right. Oh god, it might actually be looping. Giant circle? Nope. Flashlight, lost flashlight. He didn't even have time to cry out as the shadow silhouetted in his flashlight beam, lunging toward him. I knew it! I knew it! Whoever we are, I think, is the murderer of everybody, probably. And I think that makes us Issa. I think. I should keep moving. Nothing more in this tunnel. I'd have to walk back quite a ways to get another recharge, and I don't want to, so I'm gonna try to plow forward this way. Did I hear a step? No, I'm just crazy. I gotta be. There's no one left alive on this entire island, or is there? Long, scary tunnel. I'm waiting for a giant face to chase me, something a la, what was that, the Backrooms, Escape the Backrooms game? No. 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 Don't growl at me, no, what do you mean? Is that the woodland teeth? Is that the woodland teeth? It could be. Are logs the woodland? She felt its breath before she felt its claws, and then she was gone. That's what it was. Ellie was down here, and she's lived with the word of Hector all her life. So in her mind, she felt a presence, and her brain was like, it must be the woodland teeth. But really, it was probably Isla. Like, was that her name? Isa probably stabbed her or something. Teeth, a saw. We've seen saws. We have seen knives. There's a lot of food down here. What was that growl? Why can I squeeze back here? I have to go back the way I came, guys. There's nothing, there's nothing here. Oh, but maybe it's dark now, outside. Now we can go to the bunker. I mean, this feels like a bunker, but whatever that was in the mountain. Because that's the third flashlight we've ever seen. We saw one, no. We've seen two down here, actually. We saw one being used as an overhead light in a house, but we also saw that one flashlight that was like on its side in one of the buildings. So we've seen 4 flashlights, and yet I have one. So it's like we've encountered a totality of 5 flashlights. And again, that again, was there only ever 4 people, or was there a 5th person? Again, at one point in time there was a Hector. There was what was the other person that Hector knew of in the Infinite Light? Because there was the Moon, there was Hector, and then there was another lady, right? Octavia or something, I don't remember. I think those are, Hector and the other lady are people that came before even Issa and Abel, I think. From a time long, long ago, but I don't remember what the name was. So maybe there'll be a 6th yet. Flashlight. I don't know how much the number of flashlights really, honest to goodness, truly matter, but this feels pretty dark. I think it's gotta be nighttime now. Return to the mountain. I'm on it. It's monstrous cold at night. I'm back to the mountain. Issa couldn't remember the last time she had been under the mountain. There was no reason to come here, but she had looked everywhere else. She clutched the old knife in her right hand. Yesterday, the Moon Sliver went missing. Today, Ellie, Daniel, and Abel were all nowhere to be found. She knew the word of Hector by heart. The sinister implications were not lost on her. So wait, are we Issa? And I think I did pick up a knife on that bookshelf earlier before I turned on the flashlight, and I didn't know I picked up a knife, but I think I picked up a knife. I'm Issa. And you're saying Issa didn't murder everybody? Yesterday, the sliver went missing? Yesterday. Ellie, she called. Daniel, Abel, no. So is the teeth real? Abel heard her and answered, I'm here. Or has Issa lost her gourd? There's something strange about his voice, something Issa didn't like. What are you doing here? I'm reading of ages past, he said. Did Abel kill everybody? Did Abel do it? Do you know where Ellie and Daniel are? She said. They are missing, she said. They're missing and the Moon Sliver is missing. Do you understand me? Do you understand what this implies? I do, he said. Night will fall in a few hours and we need to stick together. We can sleep in the same house, mine or yours. We'll keep the fire burning. We'll keep the door locked. And we will pray, Abel. We will pray to the unseen moon for mercy and protection. Are you happy here, Issa? We can't stay in the dark. It thrives in the dark. Are you happy? Yes, I'm happy. Please, Abel. There were tears in his eyes, and he struggled to control his voice. Issa, I know you. I know every inch of you, and I know every corner of your mind. You aren't happy. None of us are happy. Issa didn't respond. I'm staying here. The tears were flowing freely now. I would like it if you stayed with me. Issa, please stay with me. It will find you, Abel. I let it out, Issa. I destroyed the Moon Sliver. Issa was shocked and silent. I burned it yesterday after I talked with Daniel. Her eyes were filling with betrayed, angry tears. What? Abel, no. Why? Do you want to be dragged to hell? Do you want us to be dragged there with you? We're already in hell. This island, this horrible, barren, lonely island, this place of sin, this is hell. I saw the blasphemous scraps of paper Jeremiah found. Those many years ago. I read them before they were destroyed. Perhaps I was the only one who did, and I did not believe them. But I have lived life since then, and I have seen the truth of their words. Issa could not respond as tears streamed down her face. She just kept walking toward the sound of his voice, the knife clutched in her hand. I think my flashlight's dead. You did not read the blasphemous scraps, Issa, but I did, and I remember them with incredible clarity, supernatural clarity even. Fear not the dark shadows or the scratches in the night, for the woodland teeth is your salvation. It is your escape. It said this, and more, Issa. The woodland teeth is not here to take us to hell, it is here to take us away from the hell. I believe the word of Hector, she said, and I will not go to hell. Please trust me, please. I believe the word of Hector, she said again, and she put the knife to her chest, point first. No, no, Issa, please don't. Stay with me. Don't leave me alone. I love you, she spat tearfully. I love you so much. She closed her eyes and pushed. She remembered where the heart was located from one of her father's old books. Abel was too slow to catch her falling body. He knelt beside her and sobbed for some time. He was not a strong young man anymore, but Issa's body was light. He would take her out to the water. She had always loved the water. But then what? Read? Read until it found him? No, he didn't feel like reading anymore. He was ready to be rid of this entire cursed island, books and all. He would simply wander, aimlessly and freely, to take one last look at the island and feel the wind blowing the memories away. And then, when night fell, he would return. And wait. And wait. Oh, God. Was that the woodland teeth? Am I still in? Oh, I'm still in. I'm going towards the light. Or can I go backwards? Into the fog. I think that's a negative, Captain. Morning dawned on the empty island, cold and bright and windy. The Moon Sliver. Created by David Szymanski, or Jefe Queso, apparently. Cheese boss. Sound assets. We've got the credits here as we're walking into the light. Presumably dead. There's a lot to unpack there about the relationship between our four characters. There is absolutely some supernatural something going on, what with the rising water, the apparent end of times, the woodland teeth, and the word of Hector, and apparently the missing moon. There's definitely something supernatural going on there, but there's also something very real going on there about the relationship between these four people and waiting out time, knowing that all of forever, for so long as you exist on this island, you'll never know more. You'll never have more people. You'll never have other places to go. This idea of being locked in sort of like a prison, lost in time, lost in loneliness, lost in isolation. Let me know what you all think. I have many thoughts, and it would take me some time to discuss them, but let me know what you all think in the comments below. Thank you for watching.